Good morning, it's so we're doing something a little bit different, doing a Sam Solar style type of video. We are 39 days out from the Olympia. I don't plan on competing at the Olympia, but I do plan on going to the expo. So if you guys got to be there, I'll see you there. And yeah, I'm just using this as a way where if I'm going to Olympia, we gotta train like an Olympian, we gotta eat like an Olympian. Obviously, right now I'm in the off season where I'm not going to be getting shredded, but we are going to put on some size. And something tells me that we are going to be going back on stage a lot sooner than expected, just because with the work ethic that I put in my training and then being true to a good diet, we can make a lot of improvements in a short amount of time. And we just, these Samoan and Mayan genetics are, they're going to come in clutch. I could just feel it. But going back to driving to the gym, I was thinking about it. One thing I like about Sam Solik is that let's be honest, guys. There's been times where you've probably been on the road driving and you're just kind of talking to yourself. So it's just like a lot of people have been doing this from the beginning of time. It's just Sam Solik is the first to talk in his car and just talk about anything and everything. I feel like with Sam, he is a little bit more. He talks a lot about macro tracking and how to train and what he plans on training. I'm definitely not that. I don't want to say smart, but I'm not a specialist in the training realm. Like I didn't go to school or even study personal training stuff. I'm a posing coach, so I'm all about just the body mechanics and also the the, the art of posing and just showing off your muscles in the right ways. So, and I just talk about random stuff. So if you're new here, welcome to the Chan, and we are just talking about anything and everything, really. I was just thinking about it just now. So Paige and I were doing a marathon run of watching Toy Story, and we just finished Toy Story 2. And it was funny because in the very last scene where Woody is trying to save uh, Jessie from the plane, just because Jessie is in the suitcase and she got trapped, and like everybody else escaped, but Woody went on the plane to get her out of the suitcase so they could, you know, go back to Andy's place. And Woody's hat falls off of his head, and the whole time Jessie still has her hat intact, and like they're like underneath the plane and the plane is about to take off, and like obviously there's a lot of like wind and just like speed going on and just the physics. Like we were just sitting there just like, wait, Woody's hat fell off and Buzz caught it, but Jessie's hat is still intact. What's going on here? And we went into the whole detail to the point where it was just like, oh wait, Woody's head is like plastic, like his hair, where Jessie's is like yarn. So it makes sense that the yarn will be more intact with her hat and it wouldn't fall off just as easily. And then my wife and I, we looked at each other, it was like, yo, why are we looking into this way too much? Like, why is it, it's not that deep. But hey, sometimes I think it that way when I'm watching movies. I don't watch movies for just the pure entertainment. I watch movies just to look at the direction of the writers, the directing, the camera angles that they use. And Toy Story 2, I don't know why I didn't like it before, but I like Toy Story 2 a little bit better than Toy Story 1. Um, Toy Story 1 is just a classic, so I just feel like I could easily say it's the favorite just because like it was just so new and unique, and the whole dynamic between or rivalry between Buzz and Woody is just hilarious. Like like the whole scene in season not season 1, episode 1. Oh my gosh. I'm talking as if Toy Story is Star Wars. Anyways, the first movie where one of my favorite scenes in the first movie is like when Buzz is just like realizing that he's a toy, and then they play that super dramatic song about just if he could fly. I forgot what the lyrics are, but just like, no, it's not true. I could fly if I wanted to. The birds in the sky, and I believe I can fly. I can fly, something like that. And then he like jumps off to fly, and then he's just like, yes, and then he just falls straight down, and like he breaks his arm, and then just his whole like psychological like freak out, and just like that scene is so funny to me. But the reason why I like number 2, it's just like so intelligent in a way where there's so many scenes of trying to sneak around as a toy in like broad daylight around people that they play with. Like it's so like unique. Like the scene where Buzz and the gang are like using cones to cross the street. Brilliant scene. It's so funny. And I didn't realize how delusional, like when they went to Al's Toy Barn and they meet the other Buzz, who the other Buzz is just delusional. He thinks he's a real space ranger. When they run into that Buzz, and that Buzz guides the group to the elevator to go find Woody. It's just like the way he's talking about like just being a space ranger. It's just so funny to me. I'm just like, man, this toy is so delusional. It's so hilarious, and it's just like there's just like so many little jokes that are planted. Like Ham, the pig. Ham is a hilarious character. Listen closely to the things he says, and it's just like he says something about a joke, and I forgot which part it is, but he refers to like pork chops, fries, and when he says fries, he's referring to Mr. Potato Head, and then I think he talks about hot dogs, and he's referring to Slinky, and then he refers to Rex, the dinosaur. He's like, oh yeah, you could be like a toy that comes with a meal or something, but he's like referring to a meal, and he's referencing him as a pig, Mr. Potato Head as fries, and then Slingy as like a hot dog. It's just hilarious, dude. It's so smart. That's what I love about. Oh shoot, you're about to fall. I just accelerated. Anyways, this the it's just so funny, man. You guys gotta watch it. Like it was the first time me watching it as an adult, and I feel like before when I watched it, like maybe like 4 years ago, I was watching it with my nephews and nieces, but I was like babysitting them at the time, so I wasn't really all in there. But good time, man. Anyways, that's what I think about before I go jump in the gym. We're gonna destroy this leg day, back day combo. I'll probably show you the leg day. We'll see what happens, just because I do want to get locked in and really just have a good mind muscle connection with this bad boy. So we'll see you. We'll see you soon. Shoot, this is gonna be pretty heavy. First timer here on this machine. Let's go. Waterfall. Oh. This machine is ridiculously heavy for some reason. Picturing a waterfall over my shoulders. Gotta get in that Zen mode, you know, in Demon Slayer. When Gyomei is teaching the Slayers how to calm the mind and to push heavy boulders. Let's go. Come down. Hey. Lightweight, lightweight. Two more. Come on. Not gonna lie, this lift is getting me a little bit nervous. It's almost like going out on a date after taking like a 4-month break. And yeah, I've never done a pendulum squat. And to be honest, this is gonna be my new favorite machine for a while, just because for me personally, I feel like my legs feel pretty lengthy, and so I feel like I had to have a wider stance to contract the quads properly. Even when I was doing hip thrusts earlier, like I felt a lot better in my glutes when I was doing a wider stance as opposed to a narrow. I've always been told to do a narrow stance, but like I don't know, I just feel like
The wider stance helps me have like my hamstrings touch my calves a little bit more, and that is like a good indication for me that I am hitting my quads, because I really feel the stretch and just like a water balloon in my quads. And so I'm really trying to push it this time around too, just because I really want to grow my quads to the point where, you know, some people say like men's physique have no legs, but you know what we are? We are the sexy division. We get sexy legs. So not too big, not too small, but right in the middle. And so I definitely need to work on having more balance for the legs and overall my whole physique, man. I need to gain more size in general. And so we are trying to push these legs to a point where when I jump on stage, I want to do men's physique primarily, but classic physique is going to be my secondary, and I want to show off good quad sweeps and everything when I'm posing for the people, because, man, I just want to walk the walk and show you guys what uncommon posing looks like on stage, especially for quads, because quads is like the first thing to go when I see people posing. Like they get these feet cramps and their quads start tensing up, and I could really condition my quads for a long time starting now until we get on show day, but we could hold it for days. I held my men's physique stance for days, didn't even break a sweat, didn't even break a smile, and so now we train the legs to do the same for classic. Oh, the weight's scaring me just a little bit. That's good. Come on. Ooh, we gotta master this weight for like 3 more sets, and then we'll go up next week. Professional, be a pro. Be a pro before you're a pro. Train like a pro before you're a pro. Best in the world. Come on, Josh. Come on. 4 more. Come on. Destroy everybody. Oh, jeez. I was literally visualizing on stage, hitting my front relax and my abdominal and thigh, just squeezing and really applying pressure on my small toe and my heel, just to put me into that mindset of posing against not even the amateur level, but posing against the top 5 Olympians of the world. Putting my mindset in that for my posing is a game changer. You don't pose to be the best on the stage of that day. You pose to be the best in general. Be uncommon is what I'm going for. Being that overwhelming intensity. If you watch Jujutsu Kaisen, there's that scene where Gojo is walking up to Hanami, one of the cursed spirits or whatever, and he like walks up to him, and his cursed energy just slams Hanami against the wall, and then just obliterates him. I want to bring that same energy when I walk out on stage. You just gotta come out with that confidence, that him energy, and just like the crowd will be silenced, but in a good way. I'll be like, who is this guy? Who does he think he is? Oh man, Saiyan energy too, man. It's the same concept. Like when the first time where Goku or Vegeta go Super Saiyan, and then they're doing that small smirk, and they walk slowly to their enemy that they're about to just destroy. Same thing. Walk with that confidence. You're always posing. Whew, I gotta say, having a pump product like a double scoop is clutch for leg day, because leg day is hard for me to have a good mind muscle connection. So this pump going through my quads is like unreal. Like we are gonna pop here soon. Come on, Josh. 5 more. Five, five, five. Come on. Samoan legs. Get those Samoan legs. Oh, freak. Since it's Olympic time, I've often been thinking about the Olympics too, or how obsessed they are with their goals and achieving, going for gold. And man, I remember there was a quote that I used to follow a lot when I was in high school doing wrestling. My favorite Olympian from the wrestling is Jordan Burroughs, if you know who that is. He goes by the motto, all I see is gold, and to embrace the grind. And that man has been obsessed and was built for that sport. And so being someone that was totally average in high school, I mean, I won some medals, I won some championships, but they were nothing compared to something what he did in his career. And taking a break from high school, like just sports in general, for about, man, it felt like about 10 years. It's just like you kind of lose and miss that competitive edge that you had. And it's just like that dog, that hungriness of just like losing all the time from matches to wanting to win and just be better and improving. It's just like it gets addicting. And so even in the sport, like what I like about it is it's very individual. It is very team focused too, because you have a coach and opposing coaches, nutrition, and then programs for training, all the above. But when it comes down to it, like it's all up to you, making sure you have all your ducks in order to make sure you are bringing your best. Um, Definitely, you can't really control the outcome just because to win, it's all dependent on how much progress you make and what the judge decides to say, hey, this physique is better at that. So that's how it works here in the sport. When wrestling, it's just like you could upset someone by tossing them a different way or just surprising them with something new, right? But with this sport, it's just like it's all mental. I already had some ups and downs, and even after show day, I've had a lot of refeeds where I was eating too much, and I looked at myself in the mirror yesterday actually when I woke up after having just having a good time, having some sugar, chocolate chip cookies and cupcakes, and even hot chocolate. I love hot chocolate. I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought it was the first time ever where I saw myself bloated and saw the potential of what will happen if I continue to, be more relaxed with my nutrition. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna start living an average life if I continue this, because I wasn't, not that I wasn't feeling good, but I was feeling lazy. And I don't want to feel lazy just because I know laziness is just one of the biggest enemies for me, for my family, and just like I just don't want to slow down because I have a wife and posterity that's I have to look ahead and see the big picture. I have kids that are not here on this world yet that I need to just dial it in and get to work. So enough with having fun with the food, enough with being lax on workouts, enough with not getting all the sleep I need to get. Like we're locked in. We are 39 days out from the Olympia, and after that, we're just gonna keep on training until we make it to Olympia someday. And call me crazy. I know the sport is not the healthiest when it comes to like the physical and mental sometimes, but I feel like I'm becoming a modern day warrior. For some reason, the sport, with how hard it is, it has brought me closer to the Savior and the way of God. So I yeah, it's just hard to explain, but let's get this last set in. My quads are about to explode just by sitting here hovering. Yak. Yikes. Gotta walk the walk, not talk the talk, man. I'm talking, but to make this come true, we need to be consistent. My legs are absolutely disgusted with me. We need to go up. Let's go heavy. We're gonna go 80 pounds, but it feels like 160. Come on, go. Oh, time to eat.
Back in the bat layer, guys. Awesome lift. We're gonna have some rice, egg, and some stir fry with some chicken. So we're eating good after the gym. Honestly, it's pretty late in the day, and I'm proud just because hunger cues were pretty disgusting the last few days. But it's 12:54, and this is barely my second meal. So yay! If there was confetti right now, it'll be all over the place right now. I'm like, yeah, Josh did it! Ah, man. But if you could hear my voice right now, I'm pretty tired. That leg day kind of took a lot of juice out of me. Like, your boy is tired, tired. Man, I need to do better at presenting a really nice plate. So I'm gonna do my best to formulate this rice kind of into a rice ball because it's sushi rice. When it's sushi rice, you could play with the shape of it. Oh my gosh, it's hot. Hot. Oh, sound like freaking Mario. Oh, woo. Oh, or you know what? Mario and Mickey Mouse actually sound pretty similar, if I'm being honest. So that's the best I could do. That's about, I cooked about 292 grams of rice. So that's almost what we're eating for the day. And then I'm not good at making sunny side up egg. So I like sprayed the pan like crazy to make sure that I could take it off of the pan very easily. So it's gonna look kind of crispy and ugly, but I promise, part of the best egg I've actually ever made. Ooh, I'm like trying to cut some parts of it off just so it could be presentable. Imagine this is what restaurants do. They actually eat off of it. You know what? It's probably true. I know for a fact there's restaurants out there that eat off of the plates that they're making for people. I know that because I worked in restaurant business. I've never done it, but I've seen waiters and do that before they hand it out. So be careful where you eat. Be careful. So then let's get this stir fry on this plate. And the final product we're gonna put on this bad boy is teriyaki sauce, specifically on the chicken. Dang, I don't feel like that looks pretty enough. My chicken is low-key kind of burnt. But FYI, so you guys know, I'm actually colorblind, so I have to cook when it's burnt. Unless my wife is home, that's when I'm just like, is it good? And then she gives me the green light. Let me show you a close-up of this because this is looking yummy, bro. I mean, that's just a sneak peek. Let me put some teriyaki sauce on it. Oh my stinking gosh, I freaking cooked with this one. My goodness. So yeah, chicken, stir fry, so like broccoli, all that stuff that comes with stir fry, and then egg with rice. Delicious, terrific. And then we got freaking Griffith over here, and my boy Guts got about a sacrifice. And there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all those good things. And yeah, go destroy your goals and be uncommon. Bye.